Hello everyone, and welcome back to Minecraft. I do believe that is the last block of mycelium in the gaming district. Well, yeah, in the gaming district there's still the island that my chorus farm is attached to. Still has mycelium, but I'm killing off the last of it for the gaming district. And then I just need to fill in all the dirt and grass. Wolfram is a lunatic. He finished the whole island. He finished off digging the entire island. The other person who contributed, who I'd forgotten, was risking it. And if anyone else contributed at all, I'm not aware anyone else did, but if anyone else did, thank you. Look at this. Look at it all. I've moved the portal over here. It's just the whole thing's ready for people to come and start building minigames. It's awesome. It's pretty much ready, as I say. I need to fill all this in. The plan originally was that I'd do the whole wood down to the seafloor and fill all this in with stone. Probably not going to bother. I'll still do it around my base. I don't think I'm going to do it around the whole island. That's just way too much work. But that's where we are with the game island. Where are we with other things? I have built most of the shell of my kelp farm. It's really cool. I really like it. It looks great. There's a line missing here, which is going to be dark prismarine. I've been waiting until I added something. We've had another set of votes, and we've added some new... We've added some new recipes and features. One of which is cheaper dark prismarine, because it's a single ink sac for every single block of dark prismarine. That's ridiculously expensive. There are some really bad item economies in vanilla, and that's one of them. So we've got a new recipe, which is... Oh, I need to get the crafting table out for this. 8 prismarine, 8 dark prismarine, 1 ink sac. It's actually cheaper on shards than vanilla, but we had a vote on it with one that was cheaper on shards, one that was equivalent on shards, and the vote was overwhelmingly for this one. The other recipe that's been added is that you can dye corals, because why not? So you can dye any coral to any other colour. You can't swap between dead and alive still, because no. But you can change the colour of any corals. And that's not all we've added. Oh, you know what, I'll just stay in the water, it's easier. This is not something I've added. This has been in since like the last time I added features, this help menu. But these two are new, the XP bottling and the easy concrete. XP bottling is a really interesting one. This was just me playing around with commands and seeing what I could do, and then I was like, hey, I've done this, do we want to add it? Stand on top of an enchantment table, hold glass bottles in your hand, bottles up XP. It's really cool. It's slightly lossy, intentionally. I did testing, and the average XP you get back from throwing a bottle of enchanting is 6.9 or something, so it's a little bit less than 7, so it's intentionally slightly lossy. The other one is easy concrete, because no one likes having to harden concrete manually. No one likes... The machines can be cool, but no one likes having to do it. So, yeah, now we can just throw the items into water and it will convert them. It's really cool. It's really, really cool. It's going to make building concrete so much easier. Not that I have plans to build concrete here, but I might in the gaming area or elsewhere. So yeah, just this island over here that's left to be demyceliumed. But the entire coastline is done. The entire coastline is done, marked out, sea lantern, leaved. Only took a couple of hours, it wasn't too bad. I'm really happy with it. This is where the boundary of my base is going to be now. I'll build some sort of wall here. I've got some ideas for how I want it to look. But the next order of business for me, I think, is to build my kelp farm. So I need to get the materials together, and let's get that done. I've got to say I am not really very happy with that time lapse because, well, first of all, I recorded placing all of this redstone up here, and then realised that Fraps wasn't open, so I actually had not in fact recorded it, and I wasn't going to rebuild the whole thing just so I could record it. Secondly, I tried to record doing the redstone down there, but there just was not a good angle to do it. So there's two chunks that I would have liked to have had in there that aren't. Hopefully I've still made a pretty good job of it. Now there's one little change I've made here. This is because as the pistons all fire, there will be multiple pulses from the observers. In addition, the delay between a pulse, if a piece of kelp grows in front of an observer here, and then shortly afterwards, before it's had time to harvest all the way up, one grows at the back there, it'll send multiple pulses through, and that would ruin the T flip-flop. So what I've changed it to is a comparator pulse extender that should outlast all the repeaters by like half a second or something, and that will just keep this extended until all the harvests are finished, no matter which one fires it off. So that should be safe. I hope. This bit is untested in the farm, I just tested, the pulse length of it. I'm nervous, because this is the first full test of the thing. All the repeaters are set up, all the pistons are ready. I love that I go through the hopper when I do that. So yeah, nervous. This is the test. This is where it could all go wrong. All the slime blocks could stick together. That sounded like it worked, I think. Let's get up there and find out. Did they all harvest? Are any of the slime blocks stuck? This looks good so far. These did not fire. None of these fired. Why didn't these fire? Oh, that redstone's too long, that's why. Ow. Okay. Easy fix. Let's just stick one there. Why not? 2 ticks. And the same there. And I need to get on top of the circuitry. And the same there, because these are 16 blocks long. I counted that out and it didn't occur to me, hang on, that's too long. I use ender pearls so rarely these days. But they are useful, they are still really useful. Okay, that should do that. Let's try this again. The other thing I need to do is fix the water up at the top, because at the moment it's 2 source blocks because the kelp was grown all the way up there. So I need to just fix the line along the inside. Okay, test number 2. It's pretty laggy. I'm so glad I've staggered the pistons. How was that for a trick? Straight through the hoppers. Okay, we know these ones work. That's fine, no slime blocks stuck together. That's fine, no slime blocks stuck together. This is very, very promising. That's all fine, no slime blocks stuck together. And that's all fine, no slime... Excellent. Right, it works. The whole thing works. That is amazing. Wow. Okay. So I just need to fix this water and sort out proper storage. Well, it won't be storage, it'll be furnaces and stuff, but I haven't designed that piece yet, so at the moment I've just got a bunch of chests. But that's good, that all works. Wow. That's amazing. Okay. This is all set up. So kelp comes in up there, goes into the furnaces. Furnaces go into these chests. I can break those chests, which will drop all the dried kelp on me, which I can then craft into blocks, and then I put the blocks in here. They go up there, they go across there, they go across all the hoppers. Any leftovers come over here, drop onto there, and come in here where I can take them and use them elsewhere. It's not the prettiest thing ever, but it's not bad. And here we go testing it. So I just need to, I just need to put kelp in each of these. To start them off, I can see furnace crackling, I can hear furnace crackling. I've done 7 furnaces because based on the test I did, which may not be completely accurate anymore, because I've changed the setup and it might harvest more often. It probably will harvest more often. But I worked it out and it was just shy of 6 furnaces would keep up with the hourly output rate, because it puts out like 60 stacks, rounding off. I did 60 stacks output per 2-hour test, which is a 30 stack output per hour. 30 stacks takes however long it was to do times 10 seconds. Divide that by an hour, and that's how many it can do in an hour, and it came out needing another like a factor of 6 basically. So I've done 7 furnaces, so there should be enough to keep up. And in it all comes. Right, let's just stick all this in here. And this should fill these up nicely. Ugh, item stacking, I need to slow this down. And even more. Is that enough? $64. Okay, I think that's slow enough. I can potentially slow it down a little bit more because I've got room to go 1 block further back here. Anyway, that's doing its job. So that should stock up all of these nicely. Interesting that it's going in 2s. And meanwhile this is filling up. So then the next thing to do will just be to leave it a while, let this fill up, and then try out breaking the chests. But essentially, this thing is now fully complete. And the next step is going to be a super smelter. But I might take a break from this and do something else on the minigame island first. I just threw those kelp blocks in there and they're not... what? Never seen that happen before. I've redesigned things a little. Why have a droppervator when you can have... I mean, we're at 1.13, who uses droppervators anymore? This is much better because you just chuck them in, they go whoosh straight up, they don't go up one at a time. And then all that happens is any that don't get picked up by the hoppers. Let's see if it is again. Oh, missed. No, I didn't do it that time. How strange. 7 is too many. 7, this one is consistently off after a while. But while it is running with 7, it smelts them faster, so it's worth keeping. I did consider a distribution thing with a minecart, but there's not really much point. It's not going to change the output rate of the farm, just the smelting rate. And I don't really need much help with the smelting rate. So yeah, six furnaces is slightly more than breaking even on the production rate. So I don't need the 7th, but it speeds things up a little bit in the smelting department. I don't think anything else has changed. I've got a ladder over here so I can get up to the top. I did have it over on that side, but that was a pain to get up. So I've just got it here. On the other hand, that's the side it's more useful to get at because that's where all the access to the hoppers is. And I don't think I can swoop under that, can I? Like, even if I manage to get the jump right, you can't really get under the hopper properly. Maybe I'll put a little... How's the lighting here? Absolutely fine. How will that behave? I mean, this doesn't need to extend all the way over, it just needs to get out past those hoppers. So it doesn't really matter. Yeah, that's running down. So this is all done. This is completely finished now. That's like the finishing touches, basically. Yeah. Had I done this last cut? I've done decoration. I don't think I had. Maybe I had. If I had, I'll have cut this out. Yeah, I've just gone around the top, replaced the green glass at the very top with sea lanterns. A, for lighting. Not that it needs lighting up here, but not lighting is nice. And B, because I didn't like the cyan glass right next to the green glass. So having the sea lanterns as an intermediate block is really nice. Yeah, I've just filled in the top so you can't fall in. That's pretty much it. I am going to look at building a structure sort of underneath so that it looks supported, because at the moment it's just this great long thing sticking out with a gap underneath it. So I'll probably do like an arch or something at the end so it's holding it up. But that's not a priority. I'm also thinking I really ought to have like a secret underwater entrance to my house. But then I've got a lot to decide with what I want under my house. So, I don't know. I just feel like an underwater entrance, like, I don't know, maybe here? Or something? Would work quite well. Anyway, let's do something else. Wolfram has started work on the Elytra course. This looks bonkers. And I don't know if he plans to go around the entire coastline of the gaming area with it, or just like a portion. But he's sticking to the coastline, because that was the suggestion, because obviously that means it stays well out of the way of other builds, but it also is quite a lot of curves and stuff you can put in. I've done a basic little thing around the portal. It's you know, it's not amazing, but it's not bad. I might expand on it later. And over here I've started digging out a space. I say digging out. Most of it's water, because I haven't already cleared enough water in this episode on the kelp farm. But yeah, I'm just going to put in a cheeky little thing here. Something that is definitely coming later is peepholes. The golf course is definitely coming back, right? But for now, I'm just going to do this. And this is another build I've done before. I'm going to build the little lottery rig. It's going to be the same redstone. Just don't see any reason to change it. And the same even odds. So there shouldn't be a net gain or loss. But it just fits nicely in this space. So it seemed like a good spot to put it, just behind the portal, out of the way. So I'm just going to get on and build it. You've seen me build it before if you've been watching the series since previous seasons. So I'm just going to get it. I mean, I need to get the materials anyway. I haven't got any of the materials yet. So I'm just going to go ahead and build the whole thing. Well, that was fun. I brought over a stack and 16 of diamonds, put the stack in the dropper, sorry, down there, and use the 16 to test the thing, and the 16th and final one won and got the payout. So I wish I'd caught that on camera, to be honest. Anyway, I've built the whole thing. It is identical to the old one, like completely identical, 100%. So we've got the note blocks down here that play the chime if you win. You've got the note blocks at the back that play the dull tone if you lose. I've got the 32 here for the payout. The 24 in there just to time everything. This repeater is new. It's something I added because you can throw in a diamond into here right as it reopens, and that will actually cause a slight, it doesn't break it or anything, but just causes a slight discrepancy in the circuitry. So I've just got the repeater there to keep this closed a little bit longer. And yeah, this is all functioning. So we've got the randomizers here, with the stackable and non-stackable items, and yeah, it all functions exactly the same as last time. So 5 units, 5 modules, that's the word I want. 5 modules, and each one has a 1 in 2 chance, which means the chances of winning are 2 to the 5, which is 32. So for every 32 diamonds you put in, you can expect to get 32 out. The odds are even, which is the plan. Ah, so close. As always, I can modify that by changing the number of items in that hopper, because that's the payout. I mean, that's literally, yeah, that is the payout. I can also change the odds here if I put 2. Now, which way round would it be? Which one goes to which? 1, 2, let's see, how does this work again? That delays it so it gets to the top first. Yeah, so if the signal is the non-stackable, it gets up there and that pushes down, which blocks that from going up. So if I put in 2 non-stackable items, you'd have a 1 in 3 chance. And I could change the odds accordingly and the payout accordingly, if I wanted to. But anyway, that's done. All I need to do now is build a shell around it, which I never got around to last time. Hopefully I will this time. Also, I've put all sea lanterns under there, so this floor is free of lighting bugs. So yeah. Hey, there we go, just before I stop recording. So I've got 27 there, so we're going to end up with 59. Ta-da! There we go. Proof that it works. Anyway, that is going to be it for this episode. If you've enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like, share, favourite and comment, help support the channel. Follow me on Twitter to stay up to date with what's going on. Oh, that one's tricky. Yeah, looking forward to seeing him finish this. And subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.